Hello, everyone. Welcome to our meeting number 16. And today is the topic of the meeting is about conflict, and especially about avoiding conflicts, how it could be challenging and what does it mean trying to avoid conflicts all the time. We will the purpose of this meeting is not to heal all your conflicts, but to see how we behave in the conflict and how we can take some responsibility for the conflict to ourselves and return the energy and emotions from the conflict and direct in some way. So please let me know how you can hear me, how you can see me, and we will start. I prepared today 2 exercises, not just one, but 2. And the first exercise we will do right away. So conflict, such a big topic. We don't understand, but we live in conflicts every day. Like conflict is always the choosing 2 interests. What do you prefer? There could be conflict at the morning when you wake up, like, do I want to sleep or do I want to wake up? So the conflict of interest happening. Do I want to go to work or do I want to rest? So this could be the conflict. We don't notice them because we know how to solve them, because there are some bigger motivation behind them. When the conflict is very big, or conflict of 2 interests that are huge for each person, we don't know how to behave. We don't know how to deal with them. They could be overwhelming. They could be too much for us. So we will see if we can, what does it mean like to be in the conflict a little bit later. But at the beginning, I want you to see and do some diagnostic for yourself, how you feel when you avoid conflicts. What does it mean for me? What's happening in my body? What's happening in my with my emotions? And maybe I will learn and have a different respect to conflicts. The conflicts could be internal, they could be interpersonal, between me and somebody, or they could be social conflicts between groups of the people, or me and a group of the people. So it could be different layers, but they always reflect my inner pressure, my inner emotions. Like the conflicts always starts within ourselves, and other people just a reflection of them. So let's see how we can do. Like we have few people, and I don't want to talk too much. I want you to practice as much as possible, and we will start this first exercise right away. So please prepare a piece of paper. It could be half of the regular size of the paper, so I don't want to spend like too much time. So just half of the paper is enough. You can extend the paper if you want later to explore this topic a little bit more. This exercise, simple ones, like I made it up, so we'll see how it works for you. It worked well for another group, so I know that it's working. Let me switch the camera. Just stay with me. Some technical challenge for me as well, as always. Okay, where to? Okay, so I hope you can see my paper. And I just fold it in half, so it's not something special. You can even fold it even more. So if you don't have much time, or if you don't want to spend so much time. So on this paper, I want you, first of all, like come back to your body and just pay attention in which state you are right now. How's your breathing? How's your emotional level? Is there anything that really triggers you right now? So we already start talking about conflicts, but inside, what do I feel inside? And just take a deep inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. And the last one, when we exhale, we make some sound, like sigh out. Could be very loud. Just allow you to let it go. For some of us, day is ending or just beginning, but like sigh out. Let it go. And observe what is happening inside of you. At which state, at which emotion you step in this exercise. So this will be the beginning, the entrance. And when you're ready, just look at your paper and try to feel where on the paper you are belonging right now. Like we just need to define one point. You can use your pen as a pendulum and just notice where it is. I'm here. And like make this teeny tiny point. Make yourself a little bit visible. And now we are like stepping in this point. The whole your consciousness is in this point. And what we are going to do next, we are going to draw the curves, the line that is never cross itself. So it's a turning suddenly, and we just start feeling the space and do this curve. It's a almost like narrow line, maybe a little bit even more curvy, but it doesn't cross itself. Notice that like you are following this line, and just see how it feels for you. What is happening in your body when you do this sudden moves? But important, we are not crossing the line, because the crossing representing conflict. We avoiding conflicts. Is it easy for you? Are you excited about this, or you get stressed because it's too much needs to be controlled? Just observe. There is no wrong or right. We are looking what is happening to ourselves. And when you feel that you're used to this exercise, speed up, make it a little bit faster, maybe a little bit sudden turns. Increase the speed. Is it easy to hold distance and don't cross, or is it something changed in your body? Like when you have to act very quickly, very fast. Notice how is your concentration, like where is your attention? What's happening around your vision? Like what is the focus? Can you hold the focus of the whole drawing or not? Do you have the freedom to move in any direction? Or you have some strategy to move? So just observe what is happening. What's happening in your hand that you are drawing? Like, is it relaxed and enjoy the process, or is it stressed and could be some painful experience? Notice how the concentration of your line is different. Could be in some areas, it could be very intense concentration, like too many lines. Or too little. Notice if there is any plan where you are going. Is there like, do you know the final destination when you draw? Like I finish here, so I'm just draw this another. And when you finish, just notice with what kind of state you finish it. Like I noticed that when I finished the drawing, I felt like finally it's done. It's like finally I can rest. Even it was fun, but it's quite a wild ride for me. Avoid conflicts. So we're doing this doodling and just observing what is happening inside of us. Okay, and when you're ready, when you complete, when you find your final destination, just type plus. I would just sped up and touch twice, forgiving and continuing. Okay. Yeah, this is like when we speed up, the conflicts are, in most cases, unavoidable. Yeah. I did cross several times. I got very spiky. Okay, so this is another be spiky. What I noticed when I start drawing in such way, I have this tunnel vision. I only see what is happening right now. I don't see the whole picture. And I don't have the final destination in my mind. I don't know where I want to be. And I don't know where I will end up, because I just focused on how to keep the distance from other lines, like the previous experience and previous communications, which lines representing, is defining my next step. There is no freedom in this move for me, or the freedom is very limited. I feel complete. Okay. Okay, so now notice how small you are at the end point. Does anyone can see you? And I invite you to draw the circle that representing you. It's interesting. I'm always end up in some, not corner. It's not about the corner, but it's at the end of the paper. And I will draw just half of the circle. Just allow yourself to be visible. Because when we avoiding conflicts, we are saying that my interests are not important. I become very convenient for other people. And I'm not important means my life is not important. And life itself is not important. Like we need to step in and say like, no, I want to be visible. I want to be defending my interest and my values. So this is the only way we can affect our life and affect, of course, we will affect our life of other people around us. Okay, I could not fill the whole paper. Okay, so Mary, just take a look at the paper, like, or is there anything you want to draw on another paper? Like, is there anything belongs to another side of the paper that is still be empty? What is there? Maybe there is something that you're really avoiding there. Maybe something new is coming, like just observe, like, what do you feel about this side that is plain white? Okay, so did you draw the circle? And how does it feel like when you know that each crossing is some conflict that you have to deal, and the conflict with someone that is very close to you, Usually when we try to be visible, the conflict's always happening to somebody is important with us. We usually not in conflict, emotional conflict with someone, strangers. They don't affect us as much as people we care, people that are very close to us. So how does it make you feel, be visible? Not yet got circle. Plain paper feels like it needs something there. Just acknowledge it, like, and let some time to be visible this. Maybe you want to come back to this drawing later. Maybe later you may notice that the outline of this paper can remind you something. Or maybe you will, the feeling what needs to be there just arising, and you will know for sure, like, oh, this is what belongs to there. It could be something that is not yours, but came with the ancestors, or came with some patterns that we carrying on. Cultural patterns could be. I felt stress when I was running out of room on the page. The page is representing our consciousness, like how we see the life. This is how much we have. And when you feel that you are stuck in the corner, you can always, first of all, you can always extend the paper, make it bigger. You may glue another piece of paper, like here, and extend the circle and extend your consciousness, like how much I need to extend my consciousness, see bigger picture, so I can see wholeness in myself. Sometimes the age of the paper may represent that you have one foot in the reality and one foot in some different reality. Maybe you need more grounding. So feel what is this stuckness the age can represent to you. And if you in the corner, you can always extend the paper that expand, like 3/4 of the new possibilities for you open. Just observe it. Okay. I am noticing I have almost the same space in between all the lines, never touching. So you are very good at controlling the movement. But does it feel like a game to you, or does it feel like a stress? It's not a good or bad avoiding conflict. Some people are just natural in it, and they can find compromise so easily that is not about be invisible for them. They can say it, but just not so much drama around it. So it's just delivering the message. So there is never conflict in this. But so in this process can be very engaging for you. So you can participate in it as a game. But some people will be stressed and relaxed because like, okay, I don't have to control my movement anymore. So my goal to give you this exercise to learn something new about yourself, like what is happening inside of me? How do I feel when I avoiding, like specifically avoiding conflict, consciously avoiding conflicts? Okay, then I like the perspective that there is so much out there that is not defined by conflict. Yes. And there is another thing that like, be aware that maybe you don't see the whole side of yourself as well. Maybe there is something is hidden in your subconsciousness that motivating you to step in this conflict as well. So because like we maybe don't see the whole picture of ourselves. And lines are on the left and toward the top Always line, leaving the paper at the top. My end place ended up being a tiny spiral turning into itself. I felt trapped. Okay, Cynthia, just stay with this. Just allow yourself be in the spiral. And just feel like, what is this? How I end up in this spiral? How I end up in this situation? And how does it make me feel? So if it's trapped, allow yourself to cross the line and exit it. Like maybe, let's say like, it's not the spiral here. I can do this paper. If you're in a spiral, if you ended up in the middle, it's also saying that you are like the energy is focused internal, like you are not expanding, but kind of collapsing the energy. And if you feel trapped here, just allow yourself exit. Just like give yourself permission to this conflict. Conflict of interest. It's nothing that you need to fight for. We just need to define our interests and tell other people, they're like, okay, those are my interests and they are my priorities right now. We don't want to end up in dead end. We still want to move forward. The movement, the energy of movement is very important. The freedom of choice is very important. Or you can go, let's say, like if I have this spiral, you can go and exit as well, but it will be a little bit too much controlling around it. Sometimes the exit, it's not even crossing the lines. It's just exiting on the little different level, like go up, use the spiral as a spring, and like just like go on different level and look at the situation from a different level as well. Some lines are on the left and okay, the top. Notice how many how many lines are inside of the circle and how many lines outside. Where is this intensity coming from? From inside out or from outside in? Another thing that you may notice that, like, if you want to be really visible, big circle, you have to deal with many conflicts. You will affect many people. And your interest needs to be big and valuable, at least for yourself. So, and you have to find your own peace with this. If it's very stressful for you to be visible, to recognize your circle, or being so in conflict with so many crossings around you, you can just start rounding like we do in Neurographica. Just integrate yourself in the society. Maybe this rounding will transform conflicts in communication, in connection, in compromises. And just like gently allow yourself, be visible, but still be accepted. Because when I was moving here and keeping the distance from every communication, I felt a little bit alone. Like you need engagement, you need connection, you need to cross paths with other people. So we are allow ourselves to be connected as well by the conflicts. And see, just observe, maybe something else is coming to you when we gently allow ourselves to be visible and accepted. I'm not fighting for my interest. I just acknowledge them and let people know. There is, again, it doesn't have to be conflict with big drama. It can be just self-respect and being there for myself. Okay. Okay, I ended up at bottom edge, started on top right corner. Okay, so Cynthia, how do you feel to go down? What is this about telling for yourself? Because it could be anything. It could be grounding. It could be going level of energy. So see, what does it mean to you? And do you want to go deeper? I feel well stressed and aggravated with myself. Okay, so keep rounding. Maybe another thing, like I could be stressed because like I have to be very small when I want to be very big. And allow yourself like, no, like I want to be bigger. This is not who I am. So allow yourself expand your circle, make it bigger, even if it caused some conflicts. Allow yourself to be noticeable for yourself, like noticeable, your interests are noticeable. Again, I'm not promoting conflicts, I'm promoting life. But in life, we need to be visible. And conflicts could be resolved differently when we know how to resolve them. And we will talk about in second exercise about it. But right now, I want you to see like how much I want to be visible and how much my interests are important, even if it caused some trouble. Okay. Kind of stressful, like something missing. You can see, Mary, if you feel like there is still be some emptiness there on your paper, like there's something, a blind spot that you don't see, just ask yourself, maybe you want to start without lines, but maybe just bring colors there. You can use color paper or color pencils to express the energy, emotions, define the emotion there, what you feel when you step there, and how big portion of your drawing does this blind spot is taking. The white is just representing something unknown. It's not good or bad. It's just something I'm not aware of. But the potential of this, all possibilities is enormous. And it may cause some anxiety and some stress, like when I don't know, like when I need to know what is there. So I can prepare myself, like, so you can start with the emotions, like what kind of emotion does it give me when I step in this blind spot? Or maybe you can take another color, like another pen, and just start exploring this area for yourself. Maybe it belongs to somebody else, but you're so much entangled with this energy that it takes so much space, so much energy in your consciousness. Okay, Catherine, queen of avoiding conflict. So when you become, Catherine, when you allow yourself to be visible, the circle, how big is the circle? Queen wants to be, like, it's interesting, you're queen of avoiding conflicts, but queen needs to be visible. And allow yourself to be visible there. My circle feels weighed down by complications. So Does your circle has the exit, like not the exit as avoiding, but how you have the support on the drawing? Like if it's on the bottom with all this pushing down to you, well, what will be your resources here? Do you have enough energy inside to deal with this weight? And who pushed this weight on your shoulders? Like, did you take it yourself or somebody like pushed it towards you? Just ask yourself, like, why is this so weight? Why is it so heavy? Is there anything I can let go right now? Not avoiding from this, like, but find like the reason, why do I step in this energy? What's brought me here? That's exactly what I did. Retracted my path, was not easy. Okay, it could be because you have to let go something that like retract your decisions, retract your some time spent, additional time on this as well. Oops, I have a small circle, very difficult to be visible, getting better though. It could be. Sometimes we place ourselves in the area where we supposed to be visible, but we actually at this point of our life we want to be just hidden and quiet and not really attract much attention to ourselves. It's again, it's not good or bad. I want you to learn something about yourself. Where will be your comfortable position? And or if it's not comfortable, how I can have enough resources to deal with this. It's not always about comfort, it's about resources. Okay, so if you missed the beginning, you can watch this a little bit later. We are going to do another exercise. Okay, lately I am diving deeper in my journey. Yes, dive deeper. If you feel that something blocking you from there, you can do the catharsis. If you know the Neurographica, you can do the other exploration in this area. You can always extend the paper and learn something new. Like, what if I'm going to the next level? What if I just expand my consciousness in this? 2/3 of the paper is blank. Oh, it's a big part. Blank is usually maybe also saying that like something hidden in subconsciousness, but it takes so much space. How to gently unlock it. But first of all, give it permission to be there, like allow it to be there. Trust that there is something, if something needs to be hidden, it's for your good. But if you are ready to open it, unlock it in gentle way, you can, it can be coming to you. And you can step in this area and look for deeper understanding. I understand it's over, be visible. I have fear to say I'm a spiritual person. Start with the say, like, I'm the person and my interests are valuable and my interests are important. It's not always, I feel like my video is frozen. Okay. So, and just allow yourself to be here. And the rest will come, like the spirituality is just one of your interests. It's not limited.